As a long-standing fan of the Final Fantasy franchise, I was eagerly anticipating the release of Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated on Steam. This latest edition of the classic game promised enhanced graphics, improved gameplay, and additional content, and I'm happy to say that it delivers on all fronts. The first thing that stands out about Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is the graphics. The original game, which was released on PlayStation 4, was already stunning, but the PC version takes it to a whole new level. The character models are incredibly detailed, with each character looking like a work of art. The environments are also beautifully rendered, with the game's world feeling more alive and impressive than ever before. The gameplay has also been improved in Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. Combat is faster and more fluid, with a more intuitive control system that makes it easy to pull off complex moves and abilities. The game also introduces new enemy types and bosses battles, providing a fresh challenge for both new and returning players. One of the most exciting additions to Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is the new episode featuring Yafi Kisaragi, a beloved character from the original game. This episode adds new story content and gameplay mechanics, including the ability to throw and control against shuriken. Yafi's story is engaging and well written, and it's a great addition to the overall game. The soundtrack is another highlight of Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. The original game's music is already iconic, but the PC version's features a readjusted soundtrack that sounds even more incredible than before. The music is emotional, epic, and perfectly captures the game's tone and atmosphere. Overall, Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is an exceptional game that improves on the already amazing original in every way. The enhanced graphic, improved gameplay, and new content make this an essential purchase for both fans of the original and newcomers. To be serious, the game's captivating story, memorable characters, and incredible soundtrack all combine to make this a truly unforgettable experience. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is an thrilling and visually stunning RPG developed by Square Enix. As a remake of the classic 1997 games, it brings a fresh take on the beloved story, characters, and world of the original. The review will explore the game's features, mechanics, graphics, and overall gameplay experience. First and foremost, the game's graphics are absolutely blazing, from the beautifully rendered characters models to the stunning landscapes and vibrant lighting effects. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is a visual feast for the eyes. The game's world is brought to life in a way that was not possible in the original, and it's clear that developers put a lot of effort into making every detail shine. The game's cutscenes are also a highlight, with the cinematic camera angles and impressive visual effects that make the story feel even more epic and engaging. In terms of gameplay, Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate offers a hybrid and execute combos with eyes. The game also features a robust material system which allows players to customize their characters, abilities, and magic spells to suit their playstyle. The game story follows the same basic plot as the original game, with a few twists and turns thrown in for good measure. Players take on the role of Cloud's Drive, a former soldier turned mercenary who join a group of rebels called Avalanche in their fight against the evil Shire corporations. Along the way, Cloud and his allies must confront their own personal demons and unravel the mysteries of the planet they inhabit. One of the new additions to Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is the inclusion of a new character named Yafi Kisaragi. Yafi is a member of a ninja clan who is sent on missions to Midgar to steal Mysteria from Shinra. She is a fun and cinematic addition to the game's cast, and her story arc ties in nicely with the main plot.